Hello and welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. This video is going to be a preview of Saturday evening's Celtic against Aberdeen Scottish League Cup semi-final. Kickoff will be at 5:30 in the evening. Game is live on Premier Sports, and obviously is a very vital game between the two form sides in Scottish football at the moment. Today's video is going to include a wee bit of analysis, predicted score, predicted lineup, some stats regarding Celtic against Aberdeen, and also some goal highlights of the last couple of Celtic Aberdeen games, the 2-2 draw a couple of weeks ago in the league, and the 3-3 draw that went to penalties at the end of the 23-24 season in the Scottish Cup semi-final. Just going to pop those in partway through the video as well, and just opens up a wee bit of discussion regarding some of the tactics for Celtic in Saturday evening's kickoff. Before we do crack on with the video, just a wee polite encouragement, reminder, suggestion for those who have not yet subscribed to the channel. Please do click that subscribe button, keep the numbers pushing nearer and nearer 1,100. If you do like the video, please do click that like button, and comment section open for pleasant, polite debating points, thoughts, opinions on the lineup for tomorrow, predicted score, and any other Celtic against Aberdeen matters. Celtic go into the League Cup semi-final against Aberdeen with essentially a full squad. Brendan Rodgers, in his press conference on Friday afternoon, confirmed that basically he has a full squad to pick for, and he has one or two wee selection dilemmas and choices to make between players competing for the same positions. Good news that Callum McGregor, Adam Ida, and Nicholas Kuhn are all fit. Also suggests that Greg Taylor and Cameron Carter-Vickers have come through training this week well, without any reaction to their game time against Motherwell and Dundee through the week. In terms of my predicted lineup for the Cup semi-final against Aberdeen, going to go for Kasper Schmeichel in goals, Alistair Johnston at right back, two centre-backs of Cameron Carter-Vickers and Liam Scales, and at left-back, Alex Valley. In midfield, Callum McGregor, Rio Hitati and Arnie Engels. Out wide on the right, Nicholas Kuhn. Out wide on the left, Dyson Maida. And through the middle, Kyogo. I think a couple of positions where obviously there's a bit of debate is who is going to be the centre-back partnership. I think with Carter-Vickers having had a couple of games through the week and coming through without any apparent problem, I think he'll restore the usual first choice partnership of Scales and Carter-Vickers. And I think Alex Valley has been playing too well at left back recently for Greg Taylor to displace him. And I think the other positions all pick themselves. Just going to pop now in those highlights of the previous Aberdeen Celtic matches, as it does open up one or two wee areas where I think Celtic need to play better, play tighter, and be more efficient to ensure that they win the game against Aberdeen in the League Cup semi-final on Saturday evening. hopefully you enjoyed those goals, some good Celtic goals in there, and also some rather poor defending. And I think there are a couple of major lessons we need to learn from those games, particularly in defence. Quite clear that Aberdeen, both in the Cup semi-final and in the recent 2-2 draw, exploited a bit of poor positioning by Liam Scales, a slight lack of pace to recover for balls going through the defence, and obviously the two headed goals that Aberdeen scored in the semi-final. Scales quite badly out of position and really did not get up into the air to header those clearances out. That would be why I personally would go for Austin Trusty tomorrow instead of Liam Scales. But I think as the audience said in the poll, are going to go for Liam Scales instead rather than Austin Trusty. I think Trusty's got a bit more height, a bit more aerial ability, a bit more speed. And I think a combination of Carter Vickers and Austin Trusty, both that wee bit quicker, with Cameron Carter Vickers' better positional sense, would be a better way of defending against how Aberdeen are likely to set up, getting balls into the box, trying to split the gap between the two central defenders, and exploiting the fact that Liam Scales' recovery pace to track back the striker isn't quite so good as it could be or should be, and also that weakness at the back post, which is why I'm going for Alex Valley rather than Greg Taylor to give us an extra 3 or 4 inches and much better ability in the air at the left back position. I think Celtic have tons of ability and tons of skill at creating goals. We had so many chances against Aberdeen to win that game that ended up a 2-2 draw. Quite a lot of poor misses, some very good frantic defending by Aberdeen, and some great goalkeeping by Mitov in their goal. Kept the score down to 2-2. Which is why I think it's important for Celtic's midfield three, McGregor, Hatate and Engels, all to get forward, for the wide players, Kuhn and Maeda, to break into the box, and for Kyogo to put away his chances. He does tend to have a good record in cup finals and cup semi-finals. He did score 1 goal against Aberdeen in the 2-2 draw. However, he should really have got 3 or even 4 goals in the game against Dundee. He had quite a number of nice crosses and passes from Yang and from Palmer that he kind of wasted in the box. And so hopefully Kyogo has got his scoring boots and his finishing boots on, as he so often does in finals and semi-finals at Hampden Park. Just looking at some stats of Celtic against Aberdeen games. There have been 123 Celtic-Aberdeen games. Celtic have 96 wins, 15 draws and just 12 defeats. In the last 10, we've had 7 wins and 3 draws and no defeats. However, those 3 draws, 2-2, 3-3 and 1-1, have been the last 3 Aberdeen Celtic games, and so we need to break that run of draws. Looking at those games, we do have a 30-9 goal difference in those games, and so I'm very hopeful that if Celtic defend that wee bit better and take their chances, we should win quite comfortably in the semi-final. Celtic have won the League Cup now 21 times, last winning it the year before last. And Aberdeen have lost 9 times in a row at Hampden Park against Celtic. And the last time they won against Celtic at Hampden Park was the 1992 League Cup semi-final, which we lost 1-0. And the last time we played Aberdeen in the League Cup was in 2018 under Brendan Rodgers, when Ryan Christie scored the winning goal 6 minutes into added time at the end of the first half. Looking at my prediction for the semi-final result, I'm going to go for Celtic winning 3-1. I think we should hopefully get on top of Aberdeen, get a nice early goal, calm the nerves, calm the tension, and keep control of the game. Very important, I think, in that case for Engels, Hatate, and McGregor to all play at their best. I think Engels going box to box, getting forward to support the front three is very important. I think Hatate and McGregor will be very important for creating chances, and I think there's also quite a capacity for Callum McGregor to score goals from the edge of the box. I suspect Aberdeen will defend quite deeply, compete very, very well, although I think possibly their rather gruelling 2-1 win in the midweek may well have tired quite a number of their players with such a quick turnaround from Wednesday evening late finish. And so I do wonder whether there might be a wee bit of fatigue in the Aberdeen players going into the semi-final. That finishes off today's preview of the Celtic Aberdeen League Cup semi-final. Just as we finish, we reminder, we encouragement, we suggestion to click that subscribe button if you're not yet subscribed. Do please click that like button, help boost the audience and coverage for the video and for the channel, and do feel free to pop your own thoughts regarding the starting 11 for Celtic tomorrow and your own predicted score and any other comments relating to the game or to Celtic at the moment. And so I will be doing a post-match review video on Sunday morning, hopefully celebrating a nice, comfortable Celtic win. So for the moment, goodbye and good luck, Celtic, and hail, hail.